we come to all fours, where we have equal weight between our hands and our knees. We curl our tailbone under, draw our belly to our spine as we exhale, which comes into a cat pose. And then we inhale as we extend our spine, lift and lengthen, coming into cow. This is done to warm up the spine. We're articulating the spine or moving bone by bone. And we work with our breath, so the exhalation comes as we round and lift, and the inhalation as we extend, still keeping the lower back strong and tight and keeping the belly tight. And we move through about 10 cat and cows. Depending on how your dog is doing, it's sometimes fun to do the cat and the cow right over the dog, because they like to get in the way anyways. So while I move through the postures, I can even pet Nut, so he's involved too. Exhaling and inhaling. One more time, drawing in, and then lifting and lengthening. And we can add a bit of spinal balance, so extending the right arm forward and the left leg back behind, squaring the hips to the ground, squaring the shoulders to the ground, and keeping the head in line with the elbow. Gaze is down at the floor, drawing everything in. Another breath in as we extend. And as we exhale, we come back to all fours. Switching and moving on to the other side, left arm extends front, right leg comes behind, again squaring the hips, the shoulders, flexing the foot as if we're pushing something against the back foot to find lots of length, lots of action. And then exhaling, coming back to all fours. Working our way back up to our knees, we add some stretching for our hips, for our hip flexors. Again, the dog can be sitting, standing next to you, or it can even be used as a balance tool. So as I come forward with one leg, the back leg gets a nice stretch, and I can use Nut here as a tool for balance, or just to give him a rub so he knows that I'm here. And then we can take an arm and stretch all the way up towards the sky, lifting through the chest, breathing, and even adding a gentle bend to the side. Good boy. Coming back up, and then switching sides. This is again another posture that, depending on the size of your dog, you could even do your lunge right over the dog and use your dog as a tool to stretch the hip. Good boy. Reaching the arm again up towards the sky, lifting through the chest, lifting through the thoracic spine, and adding a gentle bend as I hold on to Nut for some support. We can come all the way up to a standing position with the dog either standing or lying down next to you. This is called your mountain or your Tadasana in yoga. So we have an open chest, our shoulders are down and away from our ears, our spine is long, our head is reaching up towards the sky, and our feet are grounded down in the earth. In a traditional yoga class, we move through a sun salutation to build heat in the body. Today, for the yoga with the dogs, we will make this a shorter version and incorporate the dog a bit. So as we inhale, we grow nice and tall in our extended mountain, big stretch up towards the sky. As we exhale, we swan dive, leading with the heart, softening the knees, and coming all the way down to a forward bend. And here we can give our dogs a big rub so they know we're here. Then as we inhale, we take our hands to our shins. We extend our spine as we lift and lengthen in our monkey pose. On our next exhalation, our hands come right back down towards the earth. Long spine, heavy head. And as we inhale, we soften our knees, reaching our arms all the way back up to the sky in our extended mountain. And we exhale, bringing our hands to our heart center in our Anjali Mudra or our Namaste. Again, inhaling, stretching tall. Exhaling, leading with the heart, softening, coming all the way down, giving the dog a rub. Inhaling, extending the spine as we lift. And exhaling, coming right back down to the earth. We can even use the dog as a prop for our chest expansion. So I could come right up here and use Nut, or I could have him lie down and use his back to extend and lift up rather than fingertips coming down towards the ground. So again, exhaling, giving him a rub, inhaling, stopping as we stretch upward, hands reach towards the sky. Exhaling, we hold in our chair, Utkatasana, engaging through inner thighs, dropping shoulders down and away from the ears, and evenly pressing between the right and the left palm. 2 more breaths, in through the nose and out. 1 more time, breathing in and out. The next inhale reaches us up, and exhale, finding our mountain or our Tadasana. Moving into the warrior series, we'll start with warrior 1. The right leg, and I'm going to do this right over nut, but you could be next to your dog or even holding your dog. So the right leg comes forward, the left leg comes back behind as the hips are square, shoulders are down, and then we extend either with 1 or 2 arms up towards the sky, pressing evenly between the right and the left leg, feeling the inner thighs work and feeling a strong pull front and back. Squaring everything, lifting, beginning to deepen into our right leg as we find a near 90-degree angle between the upper and the lower leg. Taking another breath in, maybe as we lift up and bring our gaze up towards the sky, and then exhale as we step back to our mountain pose. Trying it again on the other side. So either next to the dog or over the dog, whatever works. We take our leg forward and the back leg is turned outward just a touch. Arms extend, reaching all the way up. Variation would be bringing hands to heart center, still keeping the chest lifted. Another variation would be bringing the hands back. Opening, lifting, feeling that pull through the thoracic spine. Big breath. And exhaling as we step back to our Tadasana. Our chest is open, our shoulders are relaxed, our head is in line with our spine, and the crown of the head reaches up towards the sky while our feet are grounded down towards the earth. Belly is drawn in. We have an open chest to get lots of oxygen in through the lungs. We inhale as we reach up towards the ceiling in our extended mountain, our Tadasana. As we exhale, we lengthen through our spine and come all the way down towards the earth in our forward bend. Here, we can give our dog a pet so they know that we're here. And we feel our head hanging down towards the earth. The deeper we bend our knees, the more we protect our back. As we inhale, we can either use the dog or bring our hands to our shins to extend the spine, coming up to a monkey pose. The next exhalation brings our head back down to the ground. And then we inhale as our arms sweep outward, reversing the swan dive, coming back through mountain, and exhaling as hands come to heart center. Again, inhaling, stretching upward, little extension through the spine. Exhaling, softening the knees as we come down into our forward bend, giving the dog a big hug. And inhaling again, using the dog if we want as a prop to lift up. Exhaling, coming right back down. And inhaling as we come up to our standing position and bring our hands to our heart center. We may even bend our knees here and come down to our chair pose, come here, Nut, which is called Utkatasana. It's a strong position for the legs, build some heat. And then inhaling, stretching upward, moving through the partial sun salutation a few more times. Exhaling, coming down towards the ground. Giving the dog a hug, hands might come to the floor or the dog. Exhaling, coming back down. And inhaling, reaching up. Hands drawn to heart center as we flex the hips and the knees. And then inhaling again up. Strong fingers, strong spine. Exhaling, coming all the way down. Giving the dog a big belly rub.